That was a good old car. That was a good old car. My grandpapa owned that one. And you know what they went done? They went and shoved it down. From way up in there. When it quit running too good, they got the old tractor and shoved it down in the old creek bed. And you know what it does up in here? It floods up in there. Yeah, I remember when I was a kid. Grandpapa used to take the whole family for riding that old Buick. I don't know what kind of model it is, but I can tell you, it was a nice car. Solid. Chrome. Steel. That's when they be making stuff pretty good in this old country. Well, I got something new to tell you today. And what I got to tell you is something that ain't no damn Yankee know nothing about. And that is something that is a secret to the old Appalachian mountain folk up in here. Yeah. Only us up in here knows about this little old secret. It's called livermush. And livermush is something good to eat. And I likes it. And I eats it all the time. Because I ain't got too much money. And when you ain't got too much money, you got to make some stuff stretch out there. And so I'm telling you, my grandmama and grandpapa, they used to, back in the old 20s, when the old depression was coming on, and stuff was getting all tough for this old country. Everybody, yeah, everybody was having a hard time. And so we down here in the old Appalachian mountain hill country said we got to make stuff go longer. And so we had hogs. And I remember slapping them old hogs. Yeah, them hogs is smart too. Don't let nobody tell you that a hog ain't no smart thing, because the hog is the smartest animal. He got some kind of brain up in there. They train him to do all kinds of stuff over there out here on the old TV and the circus and stuff. But anyway, what we decided to do, my old grandma and grandpapa said we got to use the whole hog. So they was thinking, how can they make this a good meal for the whole family? And they got the liver, and they cut the old big old hog liver out of there. And they said, maybe there's something good up in that old skull of that old hog. And they cut its head open, and they cut its brain out of there. And then what they do, let me think about this a minute. They put it in a pot, and oh yeah, they had to throw a couple of the old pig's feet up in there for some old gelatinous stuff to make it all gunk up together and hold up. And then what'd they do? Yeah, I remember it. They had to get the old snout, the old hog snout, and cut it off. I did it for them all a bunch of times. And we cut the old snout off and we put it in a big old pan out there, a big old cauldron-like thing, over a fire. And we makes us a great big old pot of it. And cooks it all up and smashes it all good. And then when we got that all cooked up good, we poured some old cornmeal up in there. We grind it up from the corn bin. We had an old corn bin. I remember that. A corn, wait a minute. Not a bin, it's called a corn crib. And we grinded the corn up and made it some kind of cornmeal, because we like cornbread in the South. And we put it in there with that old mixture of the old liver and brain and snout and hog fat. And we got it all cooked up good. And then what we did was we poured it down there in some kind of containers. And we put it in the refrigerators. Or ice boxes back in them days. And it sets up good. And then the next day, if you want a good thing to eat, you cut yourself some old livermush, gray looking stuff. And you fries it up some hog fat, nice and crisp, and you pepper it up. And it's good for you. You be working on the farm? Yeah, you be working on the farm like we was. You had to have a lot of energy, and there was a lot of fat in there. And that's something that ain't no damn Yankee know nothing about. And we ain't gonna tell you more than that. Because there is some secret ingredients in there that is special spices that gives it good old country flavor. And we don't want none of them Yankees to know it. Because if they get some kind of idea how to make Livermush, then maybe they might get as smart as some of us is. Because they think we is backwards. And we ain't as backwards as they think we is anyhow. We is smart. And we is the people from the mountain. And Livermush is something that we made back in the 20s to survive. And I'm glad ain't no Yankee know nothing about that. That's all.